Hello everyone, I'm Dylan Hensley, and let's jump into some big headlines we're watching here at the KTRE newsroom. Mission Tejas State Park isn't just a great place for camping. It's also home to many historical sites, like this one here. CrossFit is a very strenuous workout, so it's always important to work your way up, starting light rather than heavy. Salmon Lake is a hidden gem in East Texas. Whether it's winter, spring, summer, or fall, you'll always receive a warm welcome. Since the results of the presidential election, many people have continued to protest President-elect Donald Trump, including East Texas.
All over the country, there's been people speaking out on Twitter and Facebook about bigots kind of rising out of the shadows because Trump has emboldened them to speak their bigotry.
I also want to show support for the people in my community and also those in other communities if they hear about this through social media. And I just want them and other minorities to know that there's still love.
We reject the president-elect! We reject the president-elect!
With protests happening in 24 cities across the U.S., the goals of the protests have varied.
It might not have a direct effect, towards policy or anything, but I think it's affecting people. So we've gotten a lot of support, people saying thank you for doing this. We're just getting a lot of support from the community, and I think it just kind of raises people's spirits.
I think a majority of people who are doing those, they're just trying to get the message across. We might not have that great of a president, but there are people here for you if you're feeling like you're being hated.
The nationwide protests have received criticism of acting out in violence, but the protests in Nacogdoches seem much more reserved, and as such, local residents don't seem to mind.
I have no problem with people speaking their mind at all. I'm all about free speech. I'm about protests, peaceful protests.
Dylan Hensley, KTRE, East Texas News 9. For Lufkin mom Amanda Skinner, CrossFit training has become a big part of her life.
So CrossFit has completely changed my life from the time that we opened the doors to date. It consumes my life.
The mother of three isn't just a CrossFit coach, but the owner of her own CrossFit gym.
Everybody here, every member that is a part of Loud House is part of my family now. The way that we eat, the way that we think, the way that we train has been changed due to CrossFit.
Skinner's introduction into the exercise came from within her family.
I got into CrossFit because of my husband. He started doing CrossFit when we were marathon training because our whole group of marathon runners kept getting injured. And so he started looking for a new way to train, found CrossFit. He did it for about 6 months before I would even try the craziness. And whenever I tried it, I fell in love with it and haven't looked back.
Skinner isn't alone in her love for CrossFit. Millions have jumped on the high-intensity interval training workout program that began in 2000. CrossFit is a very strenuous workout, so it's always important to work your way up, starting light rather than heavy. For Lufkin doctor Todd Whitehead, CrossFit helps those who want to increase their cardio levels and muscular strength.
Depending on the workout, you can develop one of the major systems in the body. You could develop cardiovascular system, or you could enhance your muscular strength. CrossFit addresses both of those.
But like any workout, beginners should proceed with caution.
CrossFit has received some criticism for people getting injured, but a lot of that responsibility falls on the participants themselves, because all the workouts, CrossFit uses the term infinitely scalable.
Back at Loud House, Amanda Skinner loves helping and teaching people of all ages who are ready for a change.
Once they walk into the door, they realize that it's normal people, everyday average people that are doing the workout, and they're hooked. But it's getting them in the door that is the hardest part.
Dylan Hensley, KTRE, East Texas News 9. Hello everyone, I'm Dylan Hensley, and let's jump into some big headlines we're watching here at the KTRE newsroom. Jonathan Walker, the driver in last week's devastating school bus crash in Chattanooga, Tennessee, is scheduled to be in court tomorrow. Walker is facing vehicular homicide after killing 6 students and many other charges. Hamilton County Interim Superintendent Dr. Kurt Kelly gave an update on the students that survived.
3 students remain in critical condition. The other 2 are in fair condition at this time.
A memorial service was held for one of the victims last Saturday. A Texas family is looking for answers after an 18-year-old high school student killed herself at home. The family says years of cyberbullying led up to her death. Brandy Vila's final text to her family was, "I love you so much. Just remember that, please, I'm sorry for everything." Texas City Police say they're still investigating the cyberbullying allegations. President-elect Donald Trump was revving up an Ohio crowd on Thursday at the kickoff of his thank you tour through the battleground states. This was his big speech to supporters since winning the election.
Our victory was so great. We have the House, we have the Senate, and we have the presidency.
The president-elect also touted the deal spearheaded by his running mate, the current governor of Indiana, to keep nearly 1,000 jobs in the state. If you're a fan of football and beer, then now's your chance, because today Bud Light is offering one lucky fan Super Bowl tickets for life. What you do is you find a golden Bud Light can, take a picture of it, and post it on social media with the hashtag SBTixForLife and hashtag sweeps. 6 winners will be chosen per week leading up to the Super Bowl. From that point, the big winner will be picked during the week of January 16th. If you'd like to get more info on stories and more happening in East Texas, just visit KTRE.com.